Hey there, and welcome to Rockwall, Texas Living, the web's biggest blog on the smallest county in Texas. I am your host, Evan Matteson.
And I'm your co-host, Richard Matteson. And today, this is our fourth in a series about how to get the most out of your home and the key factors that are involved in selling your home. And before, we've talked about location, something which is not easy to change. We've also talked about condition, certain things inside and outside the house that you can change to make a better impression and to draw a buyer in. And today we're talking about price. And it is the most changeable of all the things that we've talked about. And the first thing we have to talk about is a seller who says, I'm going to list my house high. Even though the realtor has come in, even though we've come in and shared with them the values around them and what the market study says, they still say, no, I need to get this much out of it. And what that does is create overpricing. And here are some things that happen when a house is overpriced. Number one is people looking for a house that is close to that price range. It diverts them to houses that are less than that. It diverts prospective buyers before they even view it because the price stops them before they walk in the door.
It basically sells your competition on the market.
Yeah. And another thing it does is it reduces the showings because the realtor looking at that said, well, boy, that's too high for them, doesn't even give it a chance. Okay.
Then we go into, because of reduced showings, you're also going to eliminate offers. Because when a person does come through, they're like, well, I really like it, but it's a little bit more than what we're thinking that we want to do. And there are going to be some people that will go ahead and offer, but that's going to be lowball offers.
Right, right. And what that does with, if you keep it high and somebody even says, well, okay, I'll offer high, that creates an appraisal problem possibly. And right now, it's very difficult for appraisers to find much adjustment. They're looking at the houses in the market. So they're keeping to the books and doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that overpricing doesn't cause it to sell because they can't appraise it for the bank at that price.
And then it increases the time that it's going to be on the market. So a house that's overpriced, you're going to have less showings, you're not going to get your offers, you're going to have potential, if you have gotten an offer, you're going to have issues with the appraisal, and so that all boils down into a longer time on the market, which then creates another stigma.
Right, and that is people begin to say, how long has this house been on the market? And when they find out it's been on the market for 100 days, 120 days, 160 days, 200 days, their basic question is, what's wrong with the house? There may be nothing wrong with it.
Other than its price.
Other than its price. No foundation problems, beautiful landscape, but people ask that question and it already puts doubt whether they want to buy this house or not.
And when it puts doubt in their head, they're going to counteract that doubt with either not offering or offering lower because they want to, just in case they're wrong on something, they want to have a little safety net.
Right.
So the best thing that anyone can do, and we tell our clients this all the time, price your house right from the start. Look at the things that have sold in your community. Sold, not things that are currently for sale, but things that have actually sold within the last 6 months right now is what appraisers are wanting to use, or less. And say, okay, based upon what is sold, where does that put my house? And that gives you a reasonable estimate of what a buyer is going to be willing to pay. And if you price your home accurately, your home will sell, and it will also sell in a lower amount of days.
Right, and that means you're going to get more money out of it because the longer it stays on the market, the lower the percentage is that you're going to get for it. And it kind of drops off in the first 4 weeks to 98%, to 96%, to 94%, and then to 91% after 23 weeks. So it's important to price it right, to listen to your realtor who gives you a good market study, and to get the money you can out of it now rather than try to get more by lasting longer on the market.
And keep in mind, every month that you're on longer are more payments which are going to have a lot of that interest that's not going to your principal that you're losing. So you can almost make up if you sell a house for maybe $3,000 less than what you were expecting to. as long as you don't have it on the market for another 4 months, that can maybe make up for it. So there's a lot of different elements, and we'd be willing to talk with you about that. So this is a sign that you want in your yard.
Absolutely.
We'd be happy to place it there.
Yeah.
We're keeping you informed about Rockwall, Texas. We're learning a little bit more, and we're learning a little bit more about real estate as we go. Thanks for watching this mini-series. See you next time.